Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Today I wanted to talk about the concept of being everyone else's peace, everyone else's happiness, everyone else's, safe spot. But the problem with that, the highest cost of that, and how it's so unhealthy and so, I feel like it needs to be talked about more because it's like the analogy of the bucket analogy, having that bucket of water to give other people. You're draining yourself of that water, and you didn't leave anything for yourself, right? And I realized that focusing on yourself is so much more important, so much more important. Like, you have no idea that in order to help other people, you need to work on yourself, right? Like, the same goes with, in order to be more energetic, be more able to lift up things and have more energy, have more muscle, you have to be the one expending energy. You have to literally work out and walk out, go on walks, go on, jogs or whatever the case may be, to have that more energy. The more that you spend energy, the more that you work on yourself and work on those things, the more you'll be able to give others, the more you'll be able to use that energy in the ways that you want to. It's so difficult because you start to learn to comfort everyone else's needs but not focus on yourself. Like, you have nothing else to fall back on except yourself. And it becomes so dangerous because now when people come to you and they notice that you're being different, or maybe you are you have a different environment, they start to be like, oh, why can't I come to you anymore? Oh, why are you acting like this? Why are you, but the reality is that you don't know how to help yourself and how it is to, be okay to help other people, and you're faking it, right? You're doing things to skip things to help others, or skip your own needs to help others, and it's just super unhealthy. And so I stress this so much now in my life, is that, like, in order to help other people, and I love helping other people, but you don't have to do it at the cost of yourself, right? There's nothing wrong with being 80-20, for a period of time, but it doesn't mean that it defines the relationship, friendship, or whatever, right? Like, same with family members. You should never be 80-20 for your whole life, right? Like, it should become a feeling where you can be 50-50. Of course, in regards to you guys are the same age or close age range, and different dynamics of father and son, and that's different, right? But I'm talking about, like, brother, sister, whatever, to be able to, be yourself and not fake your environment constantly when you meet this person, or hang out with this person. It's super unhealthy if you're faking it starts to make you feel like you're no longer, the relationship isn't about you anymore. It's about what can you offer. And this is the problem with, I feel like, so many people, they feel like their love is never unconditional, and it starts to really rag on people because they feel like they need to always offer something. They feel invisible unless they pose some sort of benefit, money, assistance physically, mentally, whatever the case may be. But their character isn't anything without having labor in it, or having any sort of mental labor or physical labor. And it becomes so negative because then they start to see the world, or relationships or friendships, as just this chore, this energy, this reserve that you got to keep putting in, 50-50, and spending all these points. It's like a point system. It's not like that. It really isn't like that. And I want you to realize that you have just been in a really toxic environment, or you've been in a really negative environment that you didn't realize. Maybe now you're only realizing which I'm glad that you came across this video. But I'm kind of going through this same environment where I start to realize that I have control over my life. You can't lie to yourself and be like, oh, this is okay, this friendship dynamic is fine. Like, even though I'm the one doing everything, and I'm the one trying to support them, only this is fine. I like them as the person they are, and I will sacrifice my ability to do anything, my attitude towards them, everything you'll sacrifice. It's too much to sacrifice. You're not being healthy you're not being fair to yourself, right? And it's just you need to start thinking about these things, right? Like, how do you feel? How would you feel if someone could just like come up to you and be your friend and be in the same environment that they're being without having to do all those things, without having to constantly prove yourself that you are worthy of love and you are worthy of any sort of importance? How would you feel if that same person could be that person without all that labor, right? And it's just like, you have to have a talk with yourself, right? Like, think about these things, right? Like, if you could have a friendship that, didn't have that labor in it, would you be happier? If you could have, do you feel that you offer this safe space to so many other people, but you don't have it yourself, right? Like, think about these things, right? Do you have those safe spaces that you are the one constantly offering, right? Like, and the third thing is that, do you feel like if you started to set boundaries, would you feel guilty about it? Would you feel guilty about being yourself? Would you feel guilty about being like, hey, by the way, I can't actually be there for you right now. I can't actually offer all these things that I've been doing for so long. And, I can't be like that. Are they going to rag on you for that? Are they going to be like, oh, you're not, oh, why are you doing this? You're not yourself, right? Like, you don't have to guarantee all these benefits from you, right? Like, you did it out of the kindness of your heart. And if they're arguing with you over benefits that you offer, that it's not contract binded, you are not family, you are not, like, this is just friendship dynamic or whatever, you have to know that you are in control. You are always in control of your friendships, relationships, even family. I know it's a tough topic, but even your family members, are not binded by holding them accountable and being there for them 24/7. If you see it as a cost to your mental health, if you see it as a cost to your physical needs and your mental needs, and you feel like you're dragging yourself out and you're draining yourself out and you're having breakdowns, you need to seriously have a conversation with yourself, because it'll start to destroy you mentally, and it'll start to change your perspective on what a friendship is, or what relationship dynamics is important to you. It'll make you realize that you start to view friendships and relationships as a point system where, your points are in debt. Like, if you're doing something, then they need to owe it back. Like, I don't agree with that. I really like the environment where I give and I don't expect anything to receive. I hate that idea of like Christmas or whatever, and giving gifts and expecting them to give me something back. No, I don't like that idea, because then it ruins the idea of gifting. It's like, I give what I think what people would like, and I like as well what I think they would like, and I don't expect anything back. I just enjoy the action of helping people and giving people stuff. And so when you start to not expect anything, you don't get disappointed. You won't get disappointed ever, because guess what? You didn't expect anything anyway, right? So try to involve that mindset with yourself, so you don't get disappointed constantly and you don't feel like you're a chore or you're being used, and all these things. Like, just be yourself. Just truly, if you don't mind offering help and, being in that environment, that's fine. But if you see that it's a cost to your mental health, you see it as something that's draining you, have a talk with yourself. Seriously, have a talk. I would love to hear your different scenarios that you're going through, maybe, possibly, in the comments down below. I would love to respond and give my insight into the situation and try to help you as much as possible. But even feedback, anything, I appreciate it on every video. Much love as always, and that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope to see you in the next one. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Much love. I will see you in the next one.